We looked at the study that Adam and Dan had put together. We went through the wind-driven fire study that was done in Gaithersburg. We looked at the study that was put together as a result at Governor's Island, and really tried to take all that information and merge it with what took place from the investigation that NIST had conducted as a result of NIOSH wanting to get them involved. But we learned a lot. We learned quite a bit.
You can't beat a wind-driven fire. If you're in the flow path, it's an extremely horrible thing. You're not going to beat it. Your gear's not going to stand up to it. You're going to suffer. And that's what I want to avoid.
The station that I came from, 26s, we've got 4 shifts there. All 4 shifts have an incredible reputation. We are passionate about what we do. All 4 shifts trained. I've always surrounded myself with passionate, positive, hardworking people that love to train. And one thing that I mentioned, and I mentioned it to several people, if this could happen to us, it could happen to anybody, because we had it together.
So it's not a short video, but it's worth it because it accomplishes so much there. First of all, Dan Madrzykowski, if you know him or you met him, he's what makes a lot of this possible. When he worked for NIST, he modeled so many fires, and his just personality and you know, good-natured self. Whenever he meets somebody as part of that, he makes an impression. Another fire in Washington, D.C. in 1999 happened. 2 firefighters died, and a gentleman named Joe Morgan critically burned there. Dan had his contact info. Dan had been in contact with Joe. So 15 years later, when we were putting together something, we went down to D.C. and he had Joe Morgan come over and we taped him. And Joe told his story. Same thing here. Dan, you know, puts us in contact. Houston becomes a partner because of this work here. So, as opposed to if you're taking a training program that's just giving you the science, you know, the firefighters are a tough crowd, right? We're resistant to change. We're critical of everything. If we just said, man, we burn these houses in a lab in Illinois and this is what we think, no one's going to take it. So we got to show the real world consequences. Here's a big city department, a crew that prides itself in its training, experiences a wind-driven fire on Easter Sunday, 2 firefighters dying, and thankfully so, a traumatic experience for these firefighters involved, but their dedication to it, you know, lends them to share their story with us and make that lesson all the more realistic for us, right? Not just the research, but we also have Dan in the video where he tells us, you know, we learned the science, we see what really world happened, and Dan just explains how it all went down, along with their stories.
And most of these stories are actually kind of, we have a bunch of stories and we select them, we curate them. So like wind-driven fires, not all firefighters are going to experience it, you know, and it's a rare event. And you're going to get a call, you may not be, you know, familiar with the wind-driven fires and it's science. But if you are aware of this story, then yeah, you know, this can be a possible wind-driven fire and how can you respond to them. So you can learn a lot from it. The other thing you may have observed is you cannot just skip through the program. You have to listen, you have to pay attention, you have to respond to the scenarios to reach the end.